My name is Cookie, and you're listening to the Real Talk with Cookie show, where real issues crumble. Hey guys, it's Cookie with Real Talk with Cookie, and we are doing our next segment to the I'm Dope series part 3, which is leveling up. We going up on the elevator, Ryan, okay? We going up to the next level.
Okay.
And, you know, that takes some movement. Now, when I think about the elevator, there's a lot of scary elevators out here. There's some glass ones, you know, where you can see all the little wires and stuff. I really don't care for those. Mm-hmm. You know, I like the ones that are enclosed. But there's going to have to take some action, right? To get on the elevator, you got to push the button first on the outside of the corridor and then push the button. And then you have to get inside, right? Mm-hmm. Then you have to make a decision. What floor am I going to? Either you have a destination in mind. You're not just randomly pushing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're pushing like floor 5 because I have a meeting. Floor 3 because I have to go somewhere. So when I think about leveling up and being dope, I have to make a decision on my destination. And that's what we're going to be talking about today is when we level up, we make a conscious decision to level up and go to the next level in our dopeness. And we have to do it. We cannot stay stagnant or stale or stay on the first floor and expect penthouse royalties. You can't do it and then expect for a different outcome or anything like that. So I've been on some crazy elevators too. Just to let you know, some shaky ones like they should be condemned and there should be a sign on the outside of them. Think about that with life. Think about that with some situations that the elevator or situation has shaken you uncontrollably where you just want to push the emergency stop button and say, let me off of this in between floors. Mm-hmm. You just want to get off. Mm-hmm. And I think when I know when you are pursuing your goals and aspirations and your dreams and everything like that, sometimes you do want to jump ship.
Oh, absolutely.
Jump ship and forget all the hard working years that you put into it because it's just got too hot.
Right. You're tired. You don't want to do it anymore. You clunked out. You over. It's
over.
Canceled.
Right. And I just feel like, you know, it's a real place and we have to recognize that sometimes we just want to throw in the towel. But in order for you to be dope, you can't stop now.
Right.
You've come too far. You've spent too much money. Some of us have spent thousands of dollars on some of these dreams and goals. We don't even got the receipts for it. We just buying stuff and doing stuff and sewing into people and encouraging people. And we sometimes don't even have anything to show for it, but we are moving to the next level. Even though we may not think there is any movement, there is movement because people can see what's going on with you.
So, Cookie, what is the next level?
Let me tell you. I know this may be strange for some people, but the next level for you, if you're going to be dope and then go to super dope, okay, because that's just like the next level, you're going to have tunnel vision. Okay. Now, I think I love analogies. Horses, when they race, they have the little blinders on their eyes, and when the gun shoots off, all they see is the finish line. Okay? In order for you to go to the next level, you have to have tunnel vision on your goals.
So what is...
Because that's the light. You got to follow the light, the end result.
So what is next level to you?
Oh, for me personally?
What's next level for you?
Oh, my God. Well... One, location. We're talking personally as far as my dream. Location of my business. I will have a full-blown location of my cookie and pastry business. Finish my degree in broadcasting. I would love to be and have my own TV show. And I think I am moving in the great direction of doing all of that in the very near future.
Okay.
So those are just some things. As far as the bigger picture. Small goals, I just want to be able to be a better person.
Okay.
In order to reach those goals, I have to fine-tune some things in me to be able to level up to get to that. Like, really fill out my FAFSA form this week. Make sure I get my financial aid together. You know, I mean, taking the realistic steps in order to get to the goals or chase the dreams down.
So how do I take the realistic steps? What are some action items I can do to level up?
Well, let me tell you, Ryan, you're the one who told me. You know, you got, first of all, if you don't have a vision board or a notebook or a journal, you need to have one. So in order for you to even go any further, you need to have a plan in place for you. I'm not talking about what people think you should do. I'm talking about what you want to do.
Right.
And some people are visual. So a vision board helps you cut out the pictures or whatever, from start to finish. And some people love writing.
Okay.
So have a journal. I have a small journal in my purse right now. Because if I come up with an idea or recipe, I have something I can just jot it down, a piece of paper or something. And you should always have numerous journals because ideas can come and you need to make sure you connect with them.
Okay.
So the first step is to have a plan just for you. So, that's how you level up.
So what about what I'm learning is that plans and ideas don't just make you dope or level up to your dreams, but plans and ideas is a good starting point. It's about the actions that you take.
Right. Now you just can't write it out.
Yeah.
Like I think the most fearful thing, and we talked about in the last segment of being successful, is that knowing that you have a product or you have a brand that is unstoppable. It's a proud plug for our show. But when you know you have it and you got the juice, you got it, then, sometimes we shy away from that, and we shouldn't do that.
Right.
We shouldn't shy away from what we love to do, our passion, our drive. And that is something that is important for us as a person. Like you said, take action.
Right. You're
going to have to make some faith steps. Take some steps to get it done. You're going to call the SBA office, the small business, you're going to have to see if there's somebody who will sponsor you. You're going to have to fill out the application. You're going to have to go against the odds of people telling you no and keep on asking until someone says yes. So you're going to have, again, that drive, and I want to add a different, word in there. You have to have ambition. That has nothing to do with the word dope, but it's an adjective of dope. You have to have ambition.
Right. So writing it out, having action, what's the next step for leveling up to your dreams and leveling up to be super dope?
You got to do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Don't even think about it.
Okay.
Just do it. And some people well, no, I still got to take these steps. I'm not saying go run in the street and don't look both ways. What I'm saying is, how long you going to keep on putting it off? So, we make a lot of excuses of why. And then when someone else comes out with a concept that's something like ours, or, we're good on sharing our dream, but working our own dream and our own goals, because some people can see the light in your goal and your dream. Let me stop right here. When you want to level up, be quiet too. You need to make sure you keep keep it close to your heart. Of your dreams, your goals, and aspirations when you're working them out and planning them and taking those action steps. Because sometimes what you won't do, somebody else will do.
Okay.
Meaning stealing. Okay. I know we don't want to talk about that.
Well, it's not that. It's just that I think for me, leveling up to your dreams is all of that what you said, but it's also like rolling up your sleeves and being prepared for the failures, being prepared for the disappointments. Anybody that's went to college and, got their degrees, whether it be their master's, their doctorate, or post-degree, heck, high school, you're going to get some F's and some D's and some C's, but what I'm learning is what I heard Les Brown say, you got to let your nose be your vitamins, which means that, again, like I said before, your failures and disappointments are your stepping stones. I was talking to someone last week, and I shared it multiple times last week, is that there were days I cried, I wanted to give up, I stopped walking, I stopped crawling, but I didn't.
Right.
And so you can cry, you can throw a fit, you can do all of that in the meantime, but you still got to keep pursuing. You still got to keep your sleeves rolled up and your sleeves rolled up and pursuing your dreams, whether or not somebody pats you on the back or not.
Or not. That's it. I'm glad you said that because it goes back to that validation we were talking about. You want that, but you got to learn how to stretch your own arm back there and, hey, I got it,
Right.
And we need to be able to self-promote, if
Right.
you will, and make sure that we are really encouraging ourselves. I definitely recommend affirmations, writing your own declarations, over yourself that will help you stay true to your goals and your passion of being dope. I can't say that I want to be, have a pastry location and I don't bake anything.
Right.
That's not adding up. The math is wrong. I can't say that I want to have followers and have people to come and listen and tune into the channel if I'm not bringing in content that's going to promote a listening or a person who's going to want to listen or follow. It has to be something that makes sense. It has to be fluid, but also has to have some type of push that makes people want to be a part of it.
Right.
You know?
Right. And just and not keeping it a secret, being dope and being a dream maker and being unstoppable and all those wonderful adjectives and things that you want to be, you can't be afraid to just be. You can't be afraid to live in the moment. You can't be afraid to take risk. Risks are important to pursuing your dreams. Risks are important to being unstoppable.
Right.
And on top of the risk, I think the other piece to leveling up is, what are you doing daily?
Right. Listen,
what are you doing daily towards your dreams? People ask me all the time, how do you know it's a dream or how do you know it's my pursuit? You will know it if it's something you wake up thinking about doing every day and it's something you go on to sleep thinking about doing.
Yes.
You don't work. Most people that, except for probably business owners themselves, are not waking up and sleeping thinking about excitedly their job.
No, absolutely not. They're not, because some days I'm like, I want to call off.
Right. Absolutely.
I don't want to go in.
Right. Absolutely.
And I'll just use vacation time, and cover the loss, But then I think about, I want to order some different packaging or things like that. And so I get my behind up and I get ready for work because I see it didn't used to always be like that, but now I just have to do it. And so for you to be able to level up, you have to make sure that you are willing and ready to, like you said, take the chances, go for it, make sure that we're doing whatever it takes to do it. Right. In the legal standpoint, I don't want to hear about, so most things start off as a hustle, and I do not like that word hustle. And let me tell you why. Because once you start paying taxes on a business, it ain't no hustle. It's a full-blown business. Hustle is drive, because I know what you're about to say to me.
It's the drive. You got to have a hustle.
You got to have a hustle, but I like being called a legitimate business.
And I think...
it's something about that,
I support that, but it's still... People with good ideas, you can go to the cemetery right now down the street. What's the name of that cemetery? You can go to several cemeteries in any city, country, wherever you go. They call it the richest place in the world. You know why? Because all the dreams, the ideas that are buried with people that did not go out and just do it. And what I don't want to do is when I close my eyes, it could be tomorrow, it could be tonight, it could be whatever. I want to close my eyes knowing that I close them empty, which means for me that I have pursued everything that I had within me to the fullest. If I never make the success for Be Unstoppable and so forth and what I'm trying to do and put my hands to it, I left a legacy, I left the imprint of he tried, he did it. You know what I'm saying? That success to me is that I can close my eyes and say, I pursued. And now when I go to sleep, I'm going to sleep. And not that I don't sleep, whatever. But when I go to sleep, I go to sleep with my dreams on my mind,
right?
And saying I'm only shutting my eyes so I can get a few more minutes to get the rest I'm required, so I get back up again and go pursue with all vigor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the other thing about leveling up is, your current situation is not
your ending point.
It's not
man,
at all.
Oh man. Now I'll tell you, ain't nobody preaching today, but I'm telling you, you have to know